The Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Thursday, October 19, 2023 is now called to order. 2 board members and legal counsel are present. First, we'll have approval. We will not have we'll have approval of our minutes from October 5th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting on October 5th, 2023.
Second, motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Claims for payment for October 13th, 2023 is in the amount of $279,514.69.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment for October 13th, 2023 in the amount of $279,514.69.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Claims for payment for October 20th, 2023 are in the amount of $206,670.08.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment for October 20th, 2023 in the amount of $206,670.08.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Our payroll claims for payment for October 20th, 2023 is in the amount of $793,210.61.
Make a motion to approve the payroll claims for payment for October 20th, 2023 in the amount of $793,210.61.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, we have requests for handicap sign renewals and street closures. And Lieutenant Kevin Smith from the Police Department is present to speak to the board concerning these issues or requests.
Madam President, Mr. Evans, Counselor, good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight we have 4 handicap sign renewal requests. The first being 2220 Grand Boulevard, 2205 Grand Boulevard, 417 Southwest 5th Street, and 105 North 16th Street. All 4 of these handicap signs have been previously applied for and approved. There has not been any change at those residences to warrant denial of those.
Make a motion to approve the handicap sign renewal requests as presented by Lieutenant Smith.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
The first street closure I have is at the request of Jacob Payne from Retro Jake's Arcade for October 28th, 2023. The closure that he's requesting would be from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. that date. It would be for Elm Place from North 8th Street east to the 300 block alley. This is for a Halloween event that he is hosting for his customers. The actual event itself will only be from 7 to 9 that evening. We've got a time window there for them to set up and tear down. He is additionally requesting a noise variance. He's having a band that is going to play during that 7 to 9 time frame.
Make a motion to approve the street closure request and the noise variance for Retro Jake's Arcade's Halloween event on October 28th, 2023, as presented by Lieutenant Smith.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
In the last street closure that I have, John Ziegler with Cooley Construction, or Cooley Contracting rather, is requesting a closure on the dates of October 23rd, 2023 through October 27th, 2023 from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. The closure would be Fort Wayne Avenue from North 7th to North 8th Street. This particular closure and the construction they're going to do is weather dependent on this one, so this may take as few as 2 days to do this, but they're going to notify me what days they will actually be closed so that I can make notification to other emergency services.
Make a motion to approve the street closure request of Fort Wayne Avenue for Cooley Contracting from October 23rd, 2023 to October 27th, 2023, as presented by Lieutenant Smith.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a request to approve revised contract 134-2023 Pediatric Emergency Standards, Inc. Chief Brown from the Fire Department is present to speak to the board concerning this contract.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The revised contract to 134-2023 to Pediatric Emergency Standards. The original contract was voted on back in August. We would like the removal of language referring or referencing community paramedicine program in Section 1. And the whole contract is not to exceed $11,608.14.
Make a motion to approve revised contract number 134-2023 with Pediatric Emergency Standards, Inc., as presented by Chief Brown.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next is contract 165-2023 Hoosier Fire Equipment, Inc.
Yes, the fire department, the city retains the contractor to furnish and provide 16 sets of globe turnout gear for the fire department. This is not to exceed $53,184.
No questions. I will make a motion to approve contract number 165-2023 with Hoosier Fire Equipment, Inc., as presented by Chief Brown.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is a request to approve change order number 2 to contract 121-2023 with Milestone Contractors. Greg Steens, Public Works and Engineering Director, is present to speak to the board concerning this change order.
Thank you. Dear board members, change order number 2 consists of adding 2 additional sections of streets to be milled and paved to contract 121-2023. The 2 sections of road that would be added are Reeston Road from 16th Street to 17th Street. That total cost is $16,137. And South C Street from 16th Street to 17th Street. That cost is $14,656.50. That brings the total change order number 2 to $30,793.50. The funds would come from existing local road and street funds from the street department. And the new contract amount with Milestone for milling and paving roads is $1,444,503.90, and I recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve change order number 2 to contract number 121-2023 with Milestone Contractors, LP, as presented by Greg Steens.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Next is a request to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 20-2022 American Test Center. Chief.
Yes, contract number 20-2022 to American Test Center. The city wishes to retain the contractor to continue providing services in connection with on-site testing and inspection services of our aerial ladder trucks and the ground ladders and other related equipment according to NFPA for the City of Richmond Fire Department. And it's not to exceed $2,820.
Make a motion to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 20-2022 with America Test Center in an amount not to exceed $2,820.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next is a request to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 29-2022, Wallace Heating and Air.
The city wishes to retain Wallace Heating and Air to continue providing services in connection with maintenance for heating and air conditioning systems located at the Richmond Fire Stations 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and also the Izzy David Edelman Police and Fire Training and Physical Fitness Center. This is not to exceed $7,332.
Make a motion to approve addendum number 2 to contract number 29-2022 with Wallace Heating and Air, Inc., in an amount not to exceed $7,332.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Next is a request to approve addendum number 1 to contract number 211-2022, Benjamin Simmons.
Yes, ma'am. The city wishes to retain Ben Simmons to continue to provide specialized instruction services and assistance in connection with as-needed training and classroom instructions to civilians for EMP, CPR, PALS, and ACLS training for the City of Richmond Fire Department. His hourly cost of training is not to exceed $30 an hour.
Make a motion to approve addendum number 1 to contract number 211-2022 with Benjamin Simmons as presented by Chief Brown.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Lastly, a request to approve addendum number 1 to contract number 150-2022, Enterprise Plumbing.
And last but not least, the city wishes to continue to retain the Enterprise Plumbing, Inc. to continue to provide services in connection with professional consulting, testing, and reporting services for the backflow prevention device located at the Izzy David Edelman Police and Training Center and Physical Fitness Center for the Fire Department for 2023. And it's not to exceed $248.99.
Make a motion to approve addendum number 1 to contract number 150-2022 with Enterprise Plumbing, Inc., as presented by Chief Brown.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Next, we have conflict of interest disclosure statement. Kim?
Thank you. So enclosed with the memo that I released to the board is an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement signed by Austin Adams as a member of the Richmond Police Department, submitted in accordance with Indiana Code. This form must be accepted in a publication, but the board does not need to sign the disclosure. So I would ask the board to make a motion to accept the disclosure statement as submitted.
Make a motion to accept the conflict of interest disclosure statement for Austin Adams as submitted.
Second. Motion has been properly made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. And trick or treat in Richmond is scheduled for Saturday, October 28th from 6 to 8:30 p.m., and we are adjourned.